September of 1774, the First Continental Congress met. This was America's first step in obtaining our independence. Our founding fathers struggled greatly to ensure our inalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The face of our rebellion was the face of the founding fathers: George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, Alexander Hamilton, and so many more. But the bloody campaign for our freedom was fought by humble farmers, fishermen, workmen, and slaves. I think of my own sixth great-grandfather, Nathan Dadman, who left his wife and twin infant sons in Lexington and took up his musket to be a Minuteman. I think in him and other patriots, with their eyes shining as sun through a church window. They fought for a taste of that freedom we still hold so dear. 30,000 men died creating this country. Today, our fighting men and women are still willing to lay down their lives to preserve the freedoms that were purchased at such a high cost and that we've spent 240 years cultivating. So why do so many take this immense gift for granted? Why don't we realize what we have when so many people live in fear of their government, live in fear of having their home, their family, or even their lives stripped from them? They have little to no rights, health care, or protection. For people who've had these rights our whole lives, we don't fully understand how difficult life can be. So many don't even know what's happening outside our little American bubble. And this is not because the information isn't available, but because of apathy. We brush off the world events, feeling that they are not our problem. It's not our family, it's not our country. So why should we care? But what if these struggles were yours? Let's start making these infringements on freedom our problem. We are all humans living in a tumultuous world, and we lucky few are blessed enough to live in America. We live in a free country. We live in a country where we need to stop seeing our freedom as a tool of selfishness, but as a tool to help others. For as Peter Marshall said, may we think of freedom not as the right to do as we please, but as the opportunity to do what is right. Let's start using this gift of freedom that's been so diligently and carefully erected for us by many who have come before to help benefit those in need around the globe. Help calm the mother begging on the street corner trying to obtain enough food to feed her children. Help the father whose only goal in life is to raise his children in a country without war. Help the neglected child whose parents are too poor to care for him. Help the boy who is bullied for the mere fact that he is transgender. Help the children who have no clean water to drink. Help the Muslim woman who fears wearing her headscarf in public because it makes her feel unsafe. Help the millions of refugees who are trying to escape and make better lives for themselves. Let us help those who are persecuted and heavy laden. Let us no longer be indifferent. Let us no longer sit idly by. Use the rights that we've been given and stand up for others and their rights to freedom by using your own. We have the freedom of speech, of religion, of the right to bear arms, to a jury, of the press. But we also have the right to love and to help others. There are so many people in this world who would give up everything they have to have the freedom that we have. So do not take your rights for granted. Don't forget those men and women of long ago and of today that gave the ultimate sacrifice. The purpose of life is not to be happy, but to matter, to be productive, to be useful, to have it make some difference that you have lived it all. Leo Roston. So make a difference in this world. Make life better for others, even if it's just a few. Use the freedom you've been given to benefit society. And you too will live a more happy and fulfilling life. Thank you.